Well, I decided to start a new series of podcasts within this podcast. And, I've seen a lot of successful people have successful actions. And when you want to be successful at an area in life, one needs to maybe look at the people or persons that are or have make it go right on that area, right? So let's see, normally what we do, we normally get a mentor, right? Let's see that you like cooking and there's this amazing person that cooks like the heavens and he becomes a mentor. However, this mentor is a mentor in the area of cooking, right? High cuisine. But you cannot take him normally because there's some outstanding beings out there. However, normally they're successful in what area, and that doesn't mean that they're going to be successful at every area in life. However, there's some outstanding beings that when you listen to the success points, you can apply it in general to life. So I decided to start a new series of tips for success, right? Or just make life better wherever you are. Is it in business? Is it you're a mother? Is it you're a professional? Is it you're an entrepreneur? It's like those tips that when you're in the living of life, sometimes we grind, right? Sometimes we hit walls, which is normal, right? Life is made out of freedoms, barriers, and purposes, right? The bigger your purpose, the bigger your barriers and stops, right? But also the bigger your freedoms. So I want to share with you every day a couple of tips from people that I consider that have been successful on what they're doing, right? Independently, if you like them, don't like them. I normally like the people I talk about, but be able to open your viewpoint on just seeing what some of the guys that have been successful have to share, right? So today, I decided to take Mr. Grant Cardone 15 success tips. So let's start. Tip number 1, show up no matter what, right? So normally in life, think about a time when you were scared out of your mind about dealing or tackling a certain thing, a certain situation, but you knew you have to do it, right? So remember a time when you show up and things were so great and you were freaking out because you thought things were going to fall apart, or it was not comfortable, or things that were coming your way weren't good. So show up no matter what, right? Even if things turn out not the best way, guess what? You learned. Instead of keeping in your corner and thinking, what if, what will have happened, right? You just show up and deal with it, right? That increases your level of strength and confronting of anything that comes your way. Okay, so show up no matter what. Number 2, make decisions quickly. Why is that? Have you ever observed somebody who was in doubt for a very long time, right? They were deciding either to get married, not to get married, either to do a business, not to do a business. Oh my God, I've been failing at these different ventures, right? We entrepreneurs, it's like, God, I've tried 15 different things and it's not pulling off. Okay, make decisions quickly. Once I forget who I heard from, but if you make a decision and it's the right one, you have now go up the hill and create greatness. If you make the decisions that what's the wrong one, guess what? You don't have to be stuck there and thinking what if, but you already know what's happening and then can take action and learn from that and then step up again. So make decisions quickly. There's nothing worse than being in doubt, guys. It's like time is stuck. Remember a time you were in doubt of something for a very long time. What happened then? Would I do it? Will I don't do it? Should I be? Should I don't be? Should I have? Should I don't have? Should I do? Should I don't do? It's unproductive and it eats your attention and possibility of success alive. All right, so make decisions quickly. Number 3, promote your success. Be not in the way, because Grant, I love Grant. Bless his heart because he's amazing. But promote your success is not boast, look at me, right? But I think Grant means more do not be quiet on the corner. Use it as a marketing tool, right? Hey guys, look, this is what I did. These are the steps that I did. And that's what he says. He promotes success. That's why he shares the successful actions, right? Now, just use it as a promotion activity for your marketing. If you have done something right, promote it. That gives you trust from your ideal customer, right? Or, just anyone in life, your different groups, your friends, people you work with, it's promote it in the right way. It doesn't mean be stupid about it, right? Because sometimes, we can become stupid about it, oh my God, look at me, I'm great, this and that. Nah, that doesn't really go well with others. So promote your success, meaning use it for your marketing. Use it to show that what you're doing has been going in the right direction and that you can help them. Therefore, you can help them. You have been successful at that area, so you've been trusted to help other people. All right. So promote your success. There's nothing wrong with it. Number 4, give more than you take. Guys, this is a point that it has been so key in my life, and I've seen others apply it. And I'm not joking to you, it works like magic. Capital letters, MAGIC, magic. If you give more than you take, all of a sudden you'll receive more than you ever expected. I mean, it has happened to me so many times in life in different areas. You cannot imagine. You're not expecting something and all of a sudden this amazing thing comes in. And it's my observation that it's just energy. You give out good, you come back good, right? The Hinduist and the Buddhist call it, I think it's the Hinduist, I don't remember, but they call it karma, right? You give out bad, you receive bad. It's just by energy flows. You give good, you receive good. But in this way, give more than you take. Be a giver. Be a helper. That doesn't mean just beat yourself up. It means give more, but be standing still, standing strong. So, over-deliver to your customers. If you over-deliver to your customers, meaning on time, with class, figuring out if they like it, don't like it, have the most outstanding customer service, right? It will give you more than you really imagine in your own business or in your own life. Apply it in life, applying with your wives, applying with your husbands, with your children, with your friends. Give more than you take. Okay, number 5, never quit no matter what. Now, this one, persistence, guys. If we're not persistent, we don't reach our goals. Hey, if you're gonna fall down because you find a little stone on the way, the life and world ain't made for you. Sorry to say. So never quit no matter what. Think about that time you quit and you thought, oh my God, I shouldn't, right? And you were all introverted about it. Now, think about a time when you did not quit no matter what happened and the result was fucking fantastic. You got it? Okay, very good. So never quit no matter what. The fruits can be huge. This can be your next opportunity in the door and you will never know unless you do it. Okay, 6, make closed deals a priority. Now, closed deals, he's a salesperson. He's one of the most outstanding salesperson, right? So make closed deals a priority means get the final result a priority, whatever you do. And even you can apply it in any area of life. We're always selling, right? Ideas, projects. Even if you want to sell to your kids, you want to go to the beach, right? Let's go to the beach, guys. And they're teenagers and they don't want to, right? So make closed deals a priority. I'm going to convince them, smart enough, strategic enough to close the deal, right? You don't do the subproducts the final priority. You make the products the final priority, right? I want to deliver my services to 1,000 people. Make it your priority to serve those 1,000 people as best as you can. And I'm giving you little numbers. Okay, next point. Flow power to people in power, right? What does that mean? It means if people are on the top, and meaning on the top, they're successful in their own areas of life. They're in power. Maybe they're in power being a mother, right? She's outstanding and she's teaching others how to be an amazing mother, or she's an outstanding wife, or, it's an outstanding entrepreneur that has go up the scale an entrepreneur to owner and founder of many businesses, right, that are successful. So flow power to people in power. Let's say that you want to go into a podcast of somebody who is known, like you want to go into Grant Cardone's, podcast. You want to say, hey, Grant, will you be okay if I interview you? Not going to the podcast, but bring him to interview him on your podcast. Let's see. I'm putting an example. Flow and power. Again, it's a little bit like don't take but give, right? So what is it? Do your homework. What is it that he wants that I can give to him in order to flow him power, right? And then he can flow me power back by being in my podcast, or by allow me to blog about him, or making an interview of him. So flow power to people in power. It's interesting again. It's a sort of energy magic, right? And power comes back to you. If you flow people to the people that are ineffective, that are not ethical in business, guess what? You're going to end up on that crowd. If you flow people in power, you receive part of that power yourself to create and help more. Number 9, say yes more than you say no. This is a beautiful one. Sometimes we kind of get opportunities in life, and I'm not going to say sometimes because we constantly can get opportunities, and sometimes we close the door. We don't even know it's an opportunity until we say yes. 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 I do a drill. Get yourself in the mirror, stand there and say yes. And then say yes again and say yes again. You know who does this drill and it cracks me up? Mr. Tony Robbins. He goes and in one of his, his conferences, he gets people to say yes. Just say yes. Yes. Because guess what? All those ridges of no turns into flows of yes. So say yes more than you say no, and you find more opportunities and take more opportunities of life. Find and remember a time when you say yes to something. Of course, you're not going to say yes to drugs. I'm talking about opportunities, right? Something that you didn't know how it was going to end up, and it ended up being amazing. And you say yes. Maybe another thing or another situation where you yes, and it ended up being a total disaster. But guess what? You learn out of that, isn't it? You become more savvy on that area, that you could share your knowledge with others so they don't commit the same mistake or fall into the same hole. So say yes. Now say yes out loud right now. Yes. Very good. Number 10, learn how to negotiate like a pro. Okay, well, this is for salespeople, which we all are again. So learn to negotiate. That doesn't mean just sale. Negotiation is a whole skill on how to get where you want to get and help the other get where he wants to get, align those vectors and arrive to the same place where you both can arrive on agreement, right? Let's see the definition of negotiate. So I'm not just giving it to you out of the blue. Negotiate definition. So it says, find a way over or through, right? Which basically, that's not the main definition, but look at that one is find a way over and through an obstacle or a different path. Meaning, if the other person don't want to do the action, help them get through that. You find a way through in order to reach an agreement. And there's another definition here on negotiation, which I like more. Negotiation is a dialogue, and this is Wikipedia. Negotiation is a dialogue between two or more people or parties intended to reach an outcome over one or more issues where conflict exists with respect at least to one of these issues. I mean, it's kind of complicated wording, but this is basically what it means. You're going to have a dialogue, right? A communication between two or more people where they want to bring together things that they don't agree with, and they're going to bring agreement. So we go back to learn how to negotiate like a pro. Learn how to bring agreement to all those areas in life where there's disagreement. Doesn't matter if it's in your family lines, if it's on your business lines, on your employees' lines, or, you're bringing any area of life. Friends, right? You want to go to the movies and they don't. Learn how to negotiate. You know why? Because you'll bring the greatest good for that group if you learn how to do that. And for yourself. If you learn how to negotiate, because everybody will be happy with the out. That doesn't mean enforcement. That means negotiation. Everybody gets into an agreement. Okay. Learn how to negotiate like a pro. Number 11, better to do something than nothing. That's kind of huge. Sometimes in life, we get hit, we hit walls, right? Things don't go the way we want. Or there's pain, So better to do something than nothing. If your cause over that situation is much better than go down to apathy and say, because guess what, guys? You can always do something about it. So look about a time when you were all beaten up and you thought, I can't do anything. And you decided to do, even if it's a light thing, and turn the situation around. Didn't it make you feel better? So better to do something than nothing. Okay, next one. Scale your business. Small is wrong. This is also something that I've learned late on life. It's the same effort to do one thing than to do 100. Not joke. Let's see that you're trying to run or start a business, right? I've seen people, there's a guitar teacher, right? He has been working on this for years. He gets exhausted. He teaches 7 to 10 people a day. He has been doing this for over 20 years. Guess how the income is? 0. Very, very small. But I've seen people that instead of keeping it small, they scale it. And they are doing it online. They're doing videos on how to teach people how to play guitar, and they're doing a lot of money, guys, because they're reaching a lot of people. So scale your business. Small is wrong. You have the same effort or even more to do small than big. Okay, next one. Commit first, figure the result. I repeat that. Commit first. He should put a comma there. Commit first, comma, figure the rest out later. You see, when an opportunity comes your line, you say, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. I don't have the tools to do it. I don't have the money to do it. I don't know how am I going to do it. But this is a freaking great opportunity. Guess what, guys? Commit first. The necessity level will get you to figure out the rest. Again, recall a time when you wanted that so badly. If it was a job, if it was you were getting married, if it was, I don't know, whatever it was a new a new opportunity of business. And you're like, I don't have the resources to get this, but I really want it. Commit to it. And then remember, when you, out of magic, out of your necessity level, you figure it out and it was a success. So commit first, figure the rest out later. Number 14, only take advice from the super successful, and I mean super successful. I've seen some people, like I told you when we started this podcast episode. Let's see that your mentor, because you're a cook, it's this amazing chef, right? But he's great at chefing or high cuisine, but he's not good, let's see, at business. You're not going to take advice from him for business. Take advice from business from the super successful on the area of business. And how do you know that? Because you see it. It's not hard to see success. Right? They have make it go right. People know them. People follow them. You know who are the top chefs. You know who are the top entrepreneurs. You know who are the top engineers. You know who are the top. Well, so here's the bottom line. The fact that people are successful in what area of life, that doesn't mean they're successful in others. So only take advice from the super successful, because basically what they're inheriting you is their successful actions. If they already walked away, they fall 1,000 times, maybe you don't need to fall 1,000. Maybe you just need to fall 100 because you already figure it out. So only take advice from the super successful. Last point, and I love this. Demand more from yourself than anyone else. Be tough, guys. Be tough. Listen, I used to work with a top celebrity. And he was amazing at this. You see, he was very tough on the people that work around him. He was tough on us. But guess what? He was tougher on himself. The way he lived, the way his discipline, his ethics, it was impeccable. It was 10 times of what he was asking us to do. And men, I mean, that's why these guys are on the top. So demand more of yourself than anyone else and apply this rule throughout your life. If you go into your sports, like, I go to CrossFit, demand more of yourself than you demand from others, than your partners, right? If you starting a business, demand more of yourself than the people that helps you. If you have a family, demand more of yourself than you demand from your family. If you have a group of friends, demand more of yourself of what you demand of others. You know what? That gives you excellence. And that, nobody can take that away from you. So, there you have it, the 15 success tips from Grant Cardone. And let's create that for this amazing, beautiful day that you are about to start creating.